Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Cork Model Farms here. So today is part 1 of 2 of my Roscommon and Longford road trip. So this is actually from about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Or 4 weeks ago. I can't exactly remember. But it was a while ago. I did this. I was on this trip when I recorded my video of the Tormenbarry border bridge. Yeah, this is just a collection of, so this is the first part. There's only 2 parts now. I didn't really want to make a series of this. This is just 2 videos, same trip. And this is just the trip there and a bit in the middle. Hope you guys enjoy. So here we are at the beginning, just on the motorway now. This is just outside Carrigaline, obviously just outside where I live. I know this road very well, I've taken it many times. This is kind of on the direction towards Douglas. And now it's kind of skipped ahead. Next bit, now we're... I didn't bother filming much of Cork, obviously, because it's where I live and there's nothing... it's like... you've all seen it before. But this is just outside Mitchellstown. This is just, kind of just outside Mitchellstown, and Fermoy is just up here. And then, this was very interesting, this was a forest, which I've passed many times on this motorway. I think the Irish Army uses that as a training base, because you'd occasionally see tanks up there, training. So, this was outside Fermoy, I think. And I'm just, the main reason for this video is just to film the scenery and the agriculture along the way, because there was a good few sights I spotted along the way, so hopefully you'll enjoy this video. And then there's here we are now, entering Limerick. So, the funny thing about this is we enter Limerick only for about 2 minutes before we enter Tipperary, because, due to a weird thing on the map, a small bit of Limerick juts into both Cork and Tipperary, so... It's like a little panhandle. So here's just a bit of scenery in the Galties. So we'll be entering Tipperary right about now. So Limerick, and now we're in Tipperary. Tipperary is a very long bit of this journey, since it's such a big and long county. Here's some of the scenery. Once again, same thing again. Galties, lovely part of the world in my opinion. Very nice. You'd see a very big difference between north and south Tipperary. So this is the southern part of the county, so it's far more mountainous. Then this is kind of the middle and slightly into the northern part. It doesn't really feel like Tipperary anymore. It feels very kind of Midlands and Leinster kind of. It doesn't really feel like Munster. And then there was this good, nice arable field there. But, there was a nice John Deere on the back of that there. I actually can't remember what I was originally trying to say. And here's just a bit more scenery. There was a few bales there, I think. Very nice farmhouses around here and just very nice yards. Very big. I think, signs are for Cashel. As you can see there. Or no, that's a castle. I thought the signs were for Cashel, but they're not. There's a sign for Arlingford, so, and would you speak the devil? We are now in Kilkenny. So welcome to Kilkenny. Kilkenny was also a short one, similar to the bit in between Cork and Tipperary with Limerick. This, we were only in Kilkenny for a very short period, because once again, a small bit of Kilkenny juts into northern Tipperary and southern Laois. So, if you were on this road, you wouldn't have to go, if you took the easiest way to go, if you wanted to go through the least amount of counties, but this wouldn't be on the motorway, you could skip Kilkenny and just go, since Tipperary borders Laois, you could just go straight to Laois. Some lovely straw bales back there and a bit more there. And all the horse box. But we should be entering Laois any minute now, and there we are now. There's the sign. Welcome to lovely Laois. So here we are now, first signs of the county. But if you wanted to, you could actually, if you look at it on a map, if you wanted to go through the least amount of counties to get from Cork to Roscommon, you'd only have to go through 2. You would have to quickly go into Tipperary, and then you'd have to go through Galway, and then you'd be in Roscommon. So it's actually, when you think about it, it's quite interesting. But there are far more counties on this trip. There was about 5 or 6 other ones. But just kind of out in this is properly kind of in the Midlands now, forests and very good farmland. It's less mountainous, less hilly than Tip, obviously. That's a very nice yard there, lovely shed. You'll have to tell me, guys, if you actually do enjoy these videos, because I enjoy making them, but I'm not sure you guys actually enjoy watching them, because there's not very many views. But here we are entering Portlaoise, and then this was this lovely centre in Portlaoise. I definitely recommend, if you're on the road to, if you're in the Portlaoise area, definitely stop at this place. It was a centre just outside the town. I can't remember which one it was, but great stuff, and just a good one in general, a nice big one. So this is getting close to Mount Mellick, I think. It's just outside Mount Mellick. So, nice scenery still. I think that's a bog. That's not a bog. Some lovely bales there. I know where they're doing some building there. But then this is entering Mount Mellick, and there was this lovely John Deere spotted there. But continuing out of Mount Mellick now. And welcome to Offaly. A bit of sheep there in in the southern bit of Offaly. Another bit of scenery. We're only in Offaly for a short period. I think we passed Tullamore soon. And then there was these cool statues on the road. I didn't really know what they were. If someone is from around the area, you can explain. I think they're like Celtic statues or something. Some sort of thing like that. But then one of them had like I'm not sure, were they holding Bibles or were they holding something else? But now we're leaving Offaly already. Just up here, now this bus was kind of slowing us down. Bus was right ahead of us. But any second now, and we should be entering Westmeath. Right, here it is now. Welcome to County Westmeath. And lovely site there, lovely old case. And a lovely class with a bale trailer. Now we're entering Mullingar, so the third county town of the day. Lovely bit of scenery there just outside Mullingar. And yeah, so just don't really have much else to say. Lovely bit of scenery. And then, this was actually very interesting. This was, I think, I forgot what it was. It was a huge lake. But there was a lovely island in the middle there. Nice Scania there. But it was a huge lake, massive. Very popular for fishing. But if you know the name of it, could you please tell me in the comments, because I genuinely forgot. And then this was getting closer to the Longford border. Lovely old New Holland there. A nice thatched cottage as well, which was quite interesting to see. You don't see them that often these days, especially not in this part of the country. You only see them really in kind of the west. And then this was a lovely old John Deere parked up. I actually forgot the name of this village. If you know, tell me in the comments. But we're leaving Westmeath soon. Getting back on the motorway quickly, and we'll be in Longford before you know it. And there it is now. Welcome to Longford. And now we'll only be in Longford for a very short period. This was entering the village of Roscommon. So we'll only be in Longford for a very short... that wasn't Roscommon, my mistake. There's a big stone area there. But we'll only be in Longford for a very brief period in this part of the video, because we were heading to make a pitch stop at the village of Roscommon. and some nice bales there. And, sorry, camera again. Few sheep as well. But here it is now. So Rooski, if you didn't know, is where Longford, Roscommon and Leitrim all meet. Tri-point. Here it is now coming up to it. Now this is going to be interesting. Coming up here now, very soon, we'll be entering Leitrim. Now, before this video, I had never been to Leitrim, so it was my first time in the county. But this was very interesting because I've heard a lot about Leitrim. It's a beautiful county, lots of lakes, the Shannon, everything. Facts that I do know about Leitrim is it only has one set of traffic lights in Carrick and Shannon, and it has the smallest cattle population out of any county, and also has the smallest human population. It's the least populated county. But coming up here, we'll be crossing into Leitrim any second now. You'll see a person who has and there's a sign for Rooski. You'll see in a minute there, this person who has a split garden. Most of their garden is in Leitrim, but a small bit is in Longford. So we're also entering a new province. We're now entering Connacht. And here we are, Leitrim. So this is Rooski. Now, the majority of Rooski is split between Roscommon and Leitrim, but a small bit of it extends into Longford. But we were, same as Longford, we were literally only in Leitrim for about 2 minutes at this point. And we're already entering Roscommon. So the reason you're probably wondering what am I doing in Rooski? The only major reason is just my friend is actually originally from here, and I wanted to get a picture for him. And here we are now, and this was crossing over the Shannon. Roscommon is on the other side of the river, so this is very interesting. I might do a separate video of this later, but all the camper vans were getting ready. There was a big, I know it was like a boating festival or something here. But crossing over, you might remember this from the Barry video, similar style bridge with this all crossing because of the Shannon. And right by now, Leitrim and now Roscommon. So welcome to Roscommon. I haven't been in a good while, but there's the Shannon just around there is the line, just in the middle. Splits the two of them, but here we are just outside now, and we parked up. So this is Rooski. It's a very nice village, I must say. But we ended up actually going back to the Leitrim side of the village for a minute. You'll see there later. But this is the Roscommon side of it. Now, it was quite early in the morning, so there wasn't really much happening at that time. But this was back on the Leitrim side again. Funny enough, we had to head back just for some other reason. There was actually another place we had to get a picture of. But here's a bit more of Leitrim now. There wasn't, I didn't spend as much time in Leitrim as I wanted to, because we had to kind of get going. It was a whole family thing. But here's the Leitrim side. I forgot what the name of this village was, but it wasn't Rooski, it was another smaller one. And then this was a bit of the only kind of glimpses of Leitrim countryside that you'll see. Now, Leitrim is quite a small county. It's kind of medium-sized. We'll get onto that in the agriculture episodes. But there's a nice shed there. But it also has another little fact about it, is it has the shortest coastline out of any county. A lot of people wouldn't know that it even has a coastline, but it is a very narrow one. But Donegal and Sligo kind of took most of it. Now, shockingly, for the county with the least cattle, the only animals I saw were cattle in Leitrim. I was expecting to see a few sheep or a few horses, but no, just cattle. But the reason for all these leased things is just the land is, in no offense, but the land is awful quality. It's not very good quality, so there isn't much, you won't find much videos of silage in Leitrim on YouTube. So it's really just used for turf cutting. But sure, we'll get onto that in the agriculture in every county thing. So now we're crossing back over the bridge. This is the bridge in use, as you saw in the Barry episode as well. But crossing back now, once again, it's a very interesting thing, and I think will be a very interesting job. Now this is back on the Roscommon side, so now we're heading to Barry, because we were heading for a bit of dinner there. So Here's just a few glimpses of kind of, I suppose, eastern Roscommon, central and eastern. Quite nice. It's a Roscommon, I must say, is probably one of my favourite counties. Lovely old Massey there, and nice trailer. But and then there was another one here, another lovely Massey. But Roscommon is definitely one of my favourite counties. It's quite a big county, actually. A lot of people wouldn't know that, but it's big enough. It's just a really nice county. As I said, sure, not many people know about its beauty. It's a very underrated county, like a lot of places in kind of the Midlands and the West. But you should definitely visit if you get the chance. A few more nice sheds here. And yeah, don't actually have much else to say now. We're getting closer to Tormenbarry now. I was actually expecting to see more bogs. I was a bit surprised by the lack of bogs, but there was a few. It was mainly just pastoral grazing areas. There was an old school up here, I think. Nice old Ford there. And a nice New Holland and a Stratman, I think. 2 New Hollands, actually. Or I think one was actually a Landini. And no, there was a short one. No, this was leaving again. So this was actually on the way to Longford Town. There was a dealership there. This was this was just outside Longford Town. This was a business estate. And here's all the Massey dealership. So we were heading over to see someone else. So this was in Longford now. And it was quite rainy, so you weren't able to see much. But I think I actually can't see if those are bales or if they're sheep, or they're actually cattle. Or no, they're bales. Sorry, bales. Yeah. So this isn't great now, this footage, because it was quite wet and quite dark at the time I was filming. This was the Tormenbarry sheep. And now this is the bit you've been waiting for. This is my great uncle's farm. He's got quite a nice spot. He's got cattle, and he does a lot of turf, as you can see. A lot of excess turf, and there was a nice Belmac there. And then this was his new Massey 375. He only got it recently. I think he got it in Galway. And just he has a lot of excess turf and a lot of bales as well. But that's all turf, all the piled stuff there. And then in here, there was even more turf in the shed. No, there was no animals in the shed. There usually would be. But there's a nice field. And there it is, a nice trailer full of logs and a few bales. Very nice yard, and just very nice stuff, to be honest. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you again for part 2. Bye.